Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Bleeding Crypto's 15-minute market update. Today is Thursday, August 15th, 10:13 a.m. local time. I hope you're having a good day, morning, or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Let me just give my quick disclaimer to protect myself legally. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not to be taken as financial advice. This is for your fantasy paper trading. All right, guys, so I want to start off on the same chart that we've been utilizing and looking at the market, which is this trying to establish this range from the drop that we had back here on the beginning of the month. Now, as I talked about yesterday, we've been just ranging here at the top line of the top of that range, and we haven't really done much. Yesterday we had what was this? Let me show you real quick. We had a 6.65 drop, which is pretty much a rinse and repeat of this 6.81. So all we're doing, guys, is just stay in the same tight range with the same amount of drops. I'm expecting the same move up here, the way we moved up here. As a matter of fact, we have, if we go to our DCT heat map, we have this cluster right there. This cluster right there, which would coincide with the same repeat of pattern. They basically got tired and said, you know what, let's just use last week's playbook. It worked out so well. Let's go ahead and do that. And that's exactly what they're doing. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, you can even see how last week's playbook is being played exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4-hour candles. Then we started pushing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4 hours candles, and we started pushing up. It's just comical, guys. It really is comical how similar these price actions are when you're in a range. So as of right now, looking at the DCT heat map, looking at the move they did last week and where we're at now and where we need to go to knock out that heat, I'm expecting a move back up to 62,000. However, that'll be another hit of this lower high rule. Here, you know what? This is, let me see if I don't think we've invalidated our continuation rule. I think we've hit, no, we haven't. So I'm going to push this out further because the rules are until we invalidate this here, we're really not allowed to use the reload area down below because we have not invalidated this 382.50 fib. This is a continuation fib. This implies that if we respect these two levels here, mainly this one here, we don't close a full candle below here, open and close a full candle below here, better said, that we should continue to go up. However, we're putting a market structure that if we look in the 12-hour time frame, we're putting a double top market structure. Now, if we go up here to knock out this heat, it creates, to me, a triple top. Now, this is a bullish candle with the follow-through higher. However, the weakness of this move here and the fact that we have not come down on the daily time frame and back tested this, and there's still that heat cluster at $50,000 following the money, in my opinion, means that we're going to go up into this area here, take out that liquidity, and we're still coming down into this area. When I look left on the chart, guys, and we'll do that in a moment, when we have drops like this, we generally don't V-shape a correction. Now, I would like to be proven wrong. So I would like to look back. I just can't remember it, and I haven't done that look back. So I would love to do that look back with you guys. So let's just measure this for just 1 second first. I think this was like a 30%, 30% drop and a V shape, and all we did is bounce to 382. In my opinion, we're gonna go lower. Doesn't mean we can't go higher, take out that heat, but I believe we're gonna go lower. Now, lower than 49,000, I don't know. And if we do, I'm looking for just a signature move, which means just a sweep of the lows, and then a recovery back to the range highs. Can't think of anything else other than the range highs. There is no proof at all whatsoever that we're going to go any higher than that. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let me go up here. This is the all-time high. This is that drop from the all-time high. And as you can see, for the past 5 months, when we hit here, well, we hit this one here. This is what established the range. But here, we rejected. Here, we rejected. Here, we rejected. Here we rejected. Here we rejected. There is no evidence. There is nothing at all whatsoever that would suggest that this time it's different. This is the area where I'm going to be shorting. When we get back up here, I'm going to short it. And it's an easy invalidation. It's a very minimal loss if I'm wrong, because we know that with a very high probability, enough for me to put my money where my mouth is that if we were to break above it, we're going to have a back test. And if that back test holds, I get out of my short. But I'm not going to sit here and think for the past 5 months, we've hit this area and nope, this time it's different. I'm not a Twitter twat trader. So there's no way that in my mind that I can do that. I can't say this time is different with no evidence, nothing to back it up. So I'm going to be shorting as soon as we get up here. Validation, a back test like I mentioned. Now, I will be adding to that short if we reject like we have for the past 5 months and we come down, we back test this, we reject, and we start trading lower, I add to that short. And where's my target? The bottom of the range. Nothing changes. Have we had deviations? Yeah, we've had deviations. Biggest one right here. And I still think that we're going to go down into this area here. Now, prove me wrong? Great. I'll be more than happy to get proven wrong, flip this position into a long, and let's go. Let's go. There's plenty of liquidations here in the $74,000, $75,000 area. Oh, actually right here that I could use as a target. I like to follow the money. I like to follow those liquidations because those liquidations are very accurate. Another thing we have to keep in mind, we have to ask ourselves, what would cause us to come down into this area here? Or what would cause us to invalidate and do from here? We did hit 382. So we do have a valid case. Let me get rid of this right here. We do have a valid case to go to the top of the range. We cannot say it just because we V-shape doesn't mean we can't go higher. Okay. I'm just saying that we don't normally V-shape and start breaking out to all-time highs or put higher targets normally. And we'll look back in a minute, but I just want to make my point because for every trade idea that I have to think of the flip side. If I'm wrong, what's the flip side to that? So if we don't come here, the flip side is that we've honored the continuation rule right at 382. So we should see a move to the range highs. Let's put a harmonic pattern actually. There's the low. There's the high. There's the low here. And yep, that'll put us right back into the range highs, right into that area that we've been getting rejected for the past 5 months. The area where I'm going to be shorting with a very valid reason to short and easy invalidation to flip my bias into a long if I'm proven wrong. Now, downside. Besides this, why else would I think that we're going lower? First, the liquidation data. Here, I'll show it to you. Let me show it to you. We're going to look back, I'll look back 2 weeks. And we're going to go to the dynamic view, which gives us that real-time data, not the static view that has an accumulative like High Block does. Look, nice big cluster here. Nice big cluster that market makers love to take out. As a matter of fact, let's look at this. Watch this. Let's clear this input. Let's look back 3 months. Let's look at the behavior looking back 3 months and see if the market likes to go after those liquidations. Let's see. I may be proven wrong here, but who cares? Who cares? I normally follow the money. They normally do go after it. So there's no reason to think otherwise. So let's look at those clusters. Let's see how the markets behave looking back 3 months and looking back at the clusters. All right, look at those clusters right there. Look at those clusters. Look at the way the price action hits those clusters, takes those out, makes new clusters, takes out those clusters. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this cluster down here. We just came down. We took that out. We created this cluster on this move up. We created this cluster on the move down. Look at the way we just go after those clusters. Look at that. This cluster here on this move down that we had. This was last week. No, this was back in July. Look, we created these clusters on the way down. We created these clusters on the way up. And last week when we dropped, we went and took out those two clusters down below that we created on the reversal, on the double bottom. And now on this move up, look at those clusters. Now keep in mind the coloring of these clusters. These clusters were a lot smaller than these in value. If you look at this graph, this chart here, this color coded chart here, you can see where this color here matches with this area here. And you can see the intensity of this color much higher in value. So they went for the smaller values. What makes you think this time it's different? What data do you have that says this time is different? I like to follow the money, and I also understand that it doesn't happen on my time frame. Why doesn't it happen on my time frame? Because the market is not in a hurry. Only we are. The longer they take, the more frustrated you get, the more mistakes you're going to make. So let's go back to the chart. Let's go back to the chart. Oh, and check this out real quick. This is looking back 3 months. Now, clear these inputs, and let's just look back at 1 week. Look at that. Look at the price action in a week, and look at what we did, and look at what we took out. Now, do you understand why I follow the money? Does it make sense why I follow the money? All of this heat that was created on these moves, look, we went right to it, and took it out and said, I'm done. Let's go back up. Now, what do you think they're going to go take out? I don't know. I can't figure it out. This is too difficult. Following the money is way too difficult. Oh, man, guys, if you haven't signed up for this, please use my referral code. It's in the description down below. And I post these videos on YouTube as well as here on Twitter. And so if you could go to the YouTube on the description below the video, there's a referral link, or send me a DM and I'll send you the referral link for you can use my link to sign up. I mean, this is just this stuff here is. It's difficult for me as a day trader to trade without this, because without this, I'm flying blind. Knowing that the market makers are going after the liquidity, and if you don't know what the liquidity is, how do you day trade? How can you possibly day trade when you don't know which direction the market's going to go? When you're looking at this, it gives you a very, very good idea of where it's going to go. Am I always going to be right? Absolutely not, because I'm in a hurry just like everyone else sometimes. So I think that it's going to happen sooner, or it may happen later, and it does the opposite. But one thing is constant. It always hits the data. Always hits the liquidity. I just can't figure out with 100% certainty which one it goes for first. But nonetheless, it still hits and takes out that liquidity. So that's why when I look at my TA and I look at my charts, I look at this, I can build a story, a valid story, why I believe we're going to go into this area here and knock that out. Now, I mentioned this yesterday, really quick and really easy in validation. If we're not going to come back after this area here, and we're going to go, just come back here, reclaim $68,250, $260, and you'll convince me that we're not going to go down here anytime soon, or maybe not at all. I don't know. But if we start losing this area, obviously I'm going to start thinking, okay, now we're going to come down and take out the heat at 50,000. It's not doing it in the time frame that I wanted, but nonetheless, it's proving me right that it always goes after that data. Let's take a look at the S&P, because I think it's really important that we take a look at what's going on here. So we talked about this level of support here. So let's take a look at this. This level of support that it dropped, it was climbing up. It was climbing up this area here. So let's put let's snap an extended line from this bottom here to, I believe it was, right there. We had this area here. Okay. And we had another area here. So let me go here, right at the top of here, right there. So we had another area there, this downward sloping resistance. We hit it here. We created it here. We confirmed it here. We dropped. We went above it. Now let's look at the horizontal support. Look at this area here. Look at this area of support. Let me put this green because we hit it here. I mean, we hit it here, resistance. We flipped it over. Beautiful area of resistance. So we blew through all of this. We regained this. So we had a chance to backtest the bear break, reject, but we haven't reject. Now, obviously, one candle doesn't determine the entire direction of what it's going to go, but it's a start, and it's got to start somewhere. So when I said about invalidating this and getting back in here, invalidating the lower high rule and going up higher, could it happen? Yeah. Why couldn't it? Why couldn't it? But I'm also conscientious of the fact that if the S&P doesn't reclaim this, doesn't confirm it, because just one candle here doesn't confirm that we're going to continue to go. If it were to roll over, then I'm going to be looking for this to get tagged sooner than later. However, if the S&P can continue to push up, that may roll over. And I say may because as much as we want to believe that the S&P is correlated to crypto, it used to be a lot more until the institutions came in and started owning the majority of the Bitcoin in circulation. So now the joke is S&P goes up, Bitcoin goes sideways, and S&P goes down, Bitcoin goes down. So unfortunately, that's been the route we've been taking. It's not going up when we want it to go up, but it goes down when the S&P goes down, no question about it. So right now, we're going to have to keep an eye on the S&P and see if we can find that correlation. The advantage that we have, and you guys heard me use this term before, is scam pump weekend. What's a scam pump? SPW. Scam pump weekend is something we often see, I would say 7 out of 10 times, that when New York closes between Friday afternoon and Sunday and Monday morning, Asia likes to run. Asia loves Bitcoin. New York hates Bitcoin. Always remember that. New York hates Bitcoin in the fact that they always dump whatever Asia does. And Asia's always pumping. New York is always dumping. And that's a theme that we've seen 7 out of 10 times on the weekends when we run. New York comes in and says, okay, boys, you've had your fun. Now let's bring it back down. And unfortunately, that is a very common theme. So could this weekend be another scam pump weekend? Maybe we come out here and we take out this liquidity here. This doesn't have to be taken out today. It can be taken out tomorrow. It can be taken out this weekend. And can we push maybe a little higher into here for our scam pump weekend before New York comes and smack us down? And how far is New York going to smack us down? I don't know that. I don't even know how high Asia is going to take it. But at least I have a plan and I have an understanding that if this runs on the weekend, high probability New York is going to come in on Monday morning and is going to smack it down. And if you haven't noticed that, all you have to do is go back on the charts, go to the daily time frame, and you can run your cursor over and look at Monday mornings. Go back as long as you want, as far back as you want. Look at Monday mornings and then look at the weekend prior to that and look at what the price action did and look at the reaction of what happened on Mondays. And sometimes they'll wait to Tuesday. Sometimes Monday will be just a sideways day, and then come Tuesday and boom, they give it back. Most of the time it's Monday, sometimes it's Tuesday. But the fact of the matter is, if we've had a move from Asia on a weekend, on a scam pump weekend, they usually bring it. 90% of the time, they smack it back down. So a lot of people look to me and look to other traders for answers. Okay, we're going up, we're going down. I think it's irresponsible to say we're going to go here and we're going to go there, because the market can do whatever it wants. But the only thing we can do, in my opinion, is create two different plans, because none of us really know where it's going to go. But we can look at it in a macro view, like in the daily and the weekly, and then look at the smaller time frames for those clues. So what would I be looking for here in the smaller time frame? Well, let's see. We had a nice push up. Let me go to the 4 hour because sometimes it's just a little bit cleaner. So let me go just a little less candles. Sometimes a little bit cleaner. So what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for. We had a nice push up, right? First thing I got to look for. What is it? What did I tell you guys? A high or low? We got a low. We got a high. Prove to me that this is an uptrend. Prove to me that we're reversing 20 hours of coming down. Well, let's see. Let's see. Have we respected? We haven't even come down to it yet. We have to, if we come down to 382 and we don't close and a full candle close below 0.50, good chance that's a higher low and we're going to go into a higher high. Now, what I would like to do is just let me look at the RSI real quick here on the 15-minute time frame, because often when we have an oversold 15-minute RSI, we get our higher low on a 4-hour time frame. So no, we haven't got yet. We haven't. This is not oversold. So looking at the RSI here, looking at the momentum of the MACD tells me there's more move to go, more downside to be had. So now I go to my 4-hour time frame. I look at this and I look at this. I'm like, yep, okay. So it's going to take a little bit more time. Could it go from here and bounce? Yeah, it could. Anything's possible. But what does it normally do? And in my opinion, I think we have a little bit more. We have a little bit more for the RSI to come down a little bit more, get below the 50 point, get between the 50 point and the oversold marker, which is the 30 point marker, anywhere between 30 and maybe the 45. The 45, establish our higher low, and hopefully start moving up today or tomorrow. Maybe for the Asia session, we move up. But nonetheless, my target is here. Now, if you look left, what do you think? What do you think is a good trade to take right there, guys? Think about it. What do you think is a high probability trade with low risk? A short. A short. Because why would you think? What evidence do you have that is going to have any different result? Hit here, we reject. Hit here, we reject. Hit here, we reject. Hit here, we reject. Same thing as I talked about earlier. I'll have a limit short order there. If I'm wrong, what do you think is going to happen? You think we're going to back test this? I don't know. Let's see. I talk about it in every video, but let's see. This area here, resistance, 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 resistance. Oh, look, we broke up above it. Look at this. Back test, back test. Huh. How funny. There it is. And you can do this on any time frame, on the hourly time frame, on any place. Look, we broke above this. Look at this support here. Here, actually, we can go. You can see it on the hourly time frame. You can even see it much better on the hourly time frame. Look at this area here. Look at this area of resistance, 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 resistance. We blew through it. You're patient, all right? You shorted this. All right, let's wait. Let's wait. I can get out at least at a break even if that area holds as a flip of support. Comes right back. Does it happen right away? Nope. Why doesn't it happen right away though? Because the market is not in a hurry. Only you are. You're patient. You wait. It's going to back test. Does the back test hold? Yep. Okay. Let me get out. Let me get out. Let's see. It stays here. It bounces. Does it go anywhere? Nope. It goes right back to the rejection area that we had here. It comes right back down to the support. It loses the support. But what happened? You longed it there. All right. You were wrong. You longed it here. You're wrong. Okay. Wait. Don't panic. It's going to come back to this area. How do I know that? Well, I look left. I see all of the support. I see all of the support. It'll come back. Just wait. There. Gives you a chance to get out and reassess the market. The problem is that when somebody goes underwater on a trade, they often panic. They don't know what to do. They think that it's going to resolve immediately. Very rarely does it do that. Look at this here. Look at the time frame on here. Look at this tool. If you guys want to see, well, wow, I'm going really over my time. I'm sorry, guys, but there's not much going on in the market, so it's not like you have anything to do. Date range. Look at this. Look at this. Look how long it took to backtest this here, right there. From this candle here to this candle here, 13 hours. That's really nothing when you look back at it. It's nothing. But for people holding that, they're losing their shit. They're losing their shit. It broke through here. You took a short. Wait, 13. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. A little longer. That's here. 16 hours. 16 hours. Same thing here. Let's see. Did you? Right here. All right. You took this long thing. Okay, it's going to go up. It goes the opposite way. You don't panic. I'm going to wait for BC. BC says you always back test. All right, let's see how true that is. It took 19 hours. But did you lose any money? Nope. Nope. Did you panic? Did you wait? Were you patient? The market rewards the people that are patient. And it relies on the people that are impatient to make their money. And most of the market is impatient. But when you look at the success of being patient and you look and understand the way the market moves and these upthrusts always come down to back test the areas where it left. Always. Look back and show me in the comments, hey BC, here's one that didn't. And then show me, I can show you 20 that did against your one that you may find. That's why day trading, it's really not that difficult. Are you always going to be right? No, you're not going to be right. But it usually 95% of the time gives you a chance to get out. But the problem is the emotions of the inexperienced won't allow you to wait. They make you capitulate. And the funny thing is that people who capitulate have capitulated 30 times in the past with the same result. Shit, it came back. And yet they cannot for some reason ever remember that it always comes back. It is what it is. All right, guys. So if you guys want to join my Telegram for signals, buys and sells, it's $25 a month. 25 bucks, 88 cents a day. Send me a DM. Do not comment on this video, because if somebody sends you a link on the comments, it's a scammer. The only way I'm going to give you a link is if you go to my profile, you click on the envelope above next to my check mark of my name, I send you a DM with that link. Any other place that I send you a DM other than that, or my Discord, which will also require you to go to my Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, DMs, and I give you access to my free version of my Discord. Then in those DMs, I'll also give you the link to the site to sign up. As a matter of fact, here's a safe place right here. I'm gonna type it right here. That's a safe place right here. Look, let me get off of here. So all you have to do is go here, www.bctgsignal.com. Right there. That's the website. That's the website right there. You go to that website, you sign up. You sign up. Easy peasy. And let's see. I covered the liquidation. I covered the S&P, and I covered Bitcoin. I think we're good. You know what we didn't do? We didn't go back. I don't know if you guys want to cut the video. You guys can leave the video. You guys can leave now. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to go back. I'm going to hide everything. And I just want to go back on the daily. Let's just look for shits and giggles. I have nothing else to do. I'm actually going to pack right now. I'm leaving to Oregon, so I'm going to next Monday. I'll be back on Tuesday, back to work. But just gonna go visit my son, go hang out, have a good time. So let's see. There's that V shape. Let's see. The last time we had a big drop, remember this was a 30% drop. This is about the same. Did we V shape? Nope. We double bottom. Look at this big drop here. Did we V shape? Nope. We double bottom. All right. Let's see here. This wasn't a 30% drop. This was just a regular, it was a 15% drop. I'm trying to compare apples to apples. When we've had these big, huge drops on the daily time frames, do we V-shape? That's a big drop. Big drop, bounce, come back down, double bottom. All right. Another big drop. Let me see. Is this a big drop? Let me see. Not really, 10%, but even this one, again, comes back, double bottoms. Let's go back a little bit more. Let's go back a little bit more. Any big drops? Hey, here's one right here. Look at this nice big drop here. Do we V-shape? Nope. Nope. We come right back down and we consolidate. Let's see. Let me go back. Maybe I'm missing one here. What is this? Is this a big drop? I don't think we've had any really big drops. No, these are all small drops. Small drops. We haven't had any big drops. Okay, we may have to. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Here's a nice big drop. What is this? Come on, give me a 30%. 23%. That's a good drop. That's a good drop. Did we V-shape? No, we didn't. Look. Look. You take. Look. It actually went below the continuation rule and probably went right to our reload zone. There it is. Right on it. Right on the money. Right on the money. No V-shape there. No V-shape there. Again, you can go back, and I don't want to spend all day doing this. You probably can, because I look at this big-ass drop. Did we V-shape? Nope. We put in a W, and we went. Again, guys, do this on your own. Here, big-ass drop. Did we V-shape? Oh, yeah, we did V-shape here. Look, V-shape there, but did we go up and never come back? Nope. Right back down. But you want to think, in your mind, nope, this is it. This is the bottom. We're going to go up, never come back down. It makes me laugh, guys. It makes me laugh because that honestly is the mentality people have. People literally have that mentality. No, not this time. Let's go to 100,000. Oh boy. Oh boy. It is comical. You have to laugh. And those who don't laugh are the ones who are just fucking, who continue to get chopped up and chopped up and chopped up. And you can't make too much fun of them because they're the ones who feed us. Remember, every time we win on a trade, we're taking the money away from someone like that. Because of them, you're making money. Because of them. So, hey, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I cannot make fun of you. I'm sorry that I laughed because I need you. I appreciate you. I'm going to spend your money I'm not going to say frugal, very freely because it was your money and it wasn't my money. So I appreciate you very, very much. All right, guys, everyone have a really good day. And I will try to do the videos while I'm on vacation. I will try. I am going to do it for my Discord group for sure, but I don't know if I'm going to do it for X. I will try if I've got some time, but no guarantees. If not, I'll see you guys back on Tuesday, but I will try between now and Tuesday to give you some more updates. All right, guys, everyone have a really good day.